Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Welcome, Assalamu alaikum.
Okay, we'll start our class now. So first of all, Jazakumullah to everyone who have arrived on time and with their correct IDs. To make sure that you have entered with the correct ID, you should look for this bar. It should be either at top or bottom of your screen. And then you should look for yourself. It should say me next to you, next to your name. Correct IDs should appear as an A or N, followed by 4 numbers, A for Atfal and N for Nasirat. If you have entered with incorrect ID, it will appear as your device name or your personal name. And to correct that, you should log out of the class and then enter your correct name. It should give you the option to enter your name and then log back in. If you don't correct your ID within the first 10 minutes of the class, we'll have to remove you from the class. Now, everyone should make sure that before we start this lesson, you perform ablution and cover your heads with a cap or a scarf, and that you have revised your lesson. Make sure that you sit with an adult in a quiet room. Your audio and video should be off at all times. Make sure that you log in with correct ID. During the class, listen attentively and recite verses alongside the online recitation, whether it's the teacher reciting or the students. Make sure you recite alongside. And don't raise your hands unnecessarily unless you're requested by the teacher, which is me. And after the lesson, make sure that you revise your lesson and complete your assigned homework. Lastly, these classes are just an additional support, so make sure that you recite Holy Quran daily with your parents. Jazakumullah. Now, can I request the ST to provide me an ID for the starting prayer?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
We're going to have N8321.
Okay. N8321. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. Can you recite the starting prayer for everyone? Start with Tawuz.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم.
Okay. Here, innaka. Make sure you spend 2 seconds, okay? Because it's noon mushaddad, so double sound, but at least for 2 seconds. And here, noon is going to be makhfi. So, not anta, anta. Okay? Hidden sound.
Okay.
Jazakallah. So, now we'll move on to our today's lesson. So today we are going to learn Surah Al-Ghashiyah verses 17 to 21. So first I'm going to recite these verses and then we'll have a few students to go over the verses again. I'll recite slowly, so please recite along with me. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وزرابي مبثوثة أفلا ينظرون إلى الإبل كيف خلقت وإلى السماء كيف رفعت وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت. Jazakumullah. So now we are going to have a student to recite the same prayers. Can I request Desti to give me an ID?
Yes, we can have A7306,
Okay.
and he's going to recite Surah Al-Ala, verse 12.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam rahmatullah. A7306.
Yes.
Can you recite the same verses as I recited, starting from here?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وزرابي مبثوثة
صح.
صح
Yeah.
أفلا ينظرون إلى الجبل كيف خلقت
إبل
كيف خلقت وإلى السماء كيف رفعت وإلى الجبل جبال كيف نصبت وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت.
Okay. Jazakumullah. You recited really well. Just as I mentioned to the student who recited the starting prayer, here this noon, it's going to be hidden. So not yan zuruna, yanzuruna.
ينظرون.
Okay, well done. And here qaf, it's a thick sound. So coming from the throat. So not khuliqat, khuliqat. Okay?
خلقت.
Yeah. Because as you can see here, this kaf and this qaf, they have different shapes, right? So they can't have the same sound. So we have to differentiate between those sounds. So yeah, I think that was pretty much it here. This fatha is followed by alif. So not jibali, jibali, at least 2 seconds long. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, Jazakumullah. Can we have
Jazakallah.
another student?
So it's N8323. Assalamu alaikum.
N8323. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Can you recite the same verses for everyone?
Yes.
Starting with Tawuz, Jazakumullah.
And later you
أعوذ
can.
بالله من الشيطان الرجيم
Okay.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وزربه
Raw. Raw.
وزرابه مبثوثة أفلا ينظرون إلا للبيل كيف رفقت.
Okay. Any 323? Would you like to recite with me? So alongside me. Okay. وزرابي مبثوثة
وزرابي مبثوثة
أفلا ينظرون إلى الإبل
أفلا ينظرون إلى الإبل كيف
إبل
إبل
كيف خلقت
كيف خلقت
وإلى السماء كيف رفعت
وإلى السماء كيف رفعت
وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت
وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت
وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت
وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت.
جزاكم الله.
جزاك الله.
Okay, we'll have one more student.
Yes, if she can recite the Surah Al-Fatiha as well, please.
Okay.
And 8323.
Okay, Surah Al-Fatiha.
Gives.
Any 323?
Yes.
You have memorized Surah Al-Fatiha, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you please recite that?
Okay. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.
Start with Bismillah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Jazakumullah. So first of all, you have memorized the surah really well. So well done. There were a few mistakes which I would like to point out. So first of all, in Alhamdu, ha is thick, right? So Alhamdulillah, different from this, the ha in this one, the sound is different, right? This one is thick, the first one, Alhamdu. Second one is thin, Lillahi. And then you did really well with Ar-Rahman, but again, with Ar-Rahim, it wasn't thick. Okay? It's Ar-Rahim. So both ha are same, so thick sound from coming from the throat. And then in fifth verse, you prolonged Na'budu. We don't have a waw followed by dal, right? And we don't have a the inverted dhamma either. So this is going to be just 1 second long, just the same as ba. So na'budu, 1 second each. Okay?
Yes.
And then the sawd here and here, it's different from seen. So it's going to be ihdina sirat. Okay?
Mhm.
Not ihdina sirat. Sirat and ihdina sirat. The sound is different, right?
Yeah.
So we have to differentiate like that. So Jazakumullah. So as I said, your memorization was really good. Just keep working on your pronunciation as well. Have you memorized Surah Al-Ala?
Not all of it, but quite a bit, like around 10.
10 verses? Okay, that's good. Would you like to recite them?
Yes. Should I start with those?
Just start with Bismillah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوى سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى ونيسرك لليسرى فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى سيذكر من يخشى ويتجنبها الأشقى الذي يصلى النار الكبرى. That's it.
Okay. Jazakumullah. Let me go to the surah. Okay. So first of all, well done. You have memorized quite a lot. Up to verse 13. That's up to where you just recited. So keep on working and work on the next few surahs. Your memorization was really good. But again, there were a few mistakes in the pronunciation. So first of all, in the second verse, this is a'la. Okay? Alif and then followed by ain. So it's going to be a'la, not ala. Okay? And then I know this is very repetitive, but it's very important that we pronounce the Quran correctly. So again, kha and qaf, they are going to be thick. Qaf, thick again. In verse 6 here, you didn't have to do ikhfa because it's the noon tanween, it's followed by alif, right?
Yeah.
So an noon, very clear, the noon sound. An ahwa, but you did akhfa, so it sounded like okay, so be very clear that the noon sound is going to be clear here. And then in the last verse that you recited, which was verse 13, here you said narul kubra.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah.
So yeah, it's narul kubra. So make sure that you correct these few mistakes. Jazakumullah.
Jazakallah.
Okay. Can we have A7306 back? He recited the new lesson. So now I'm going to listen to his hifz.
A7. A7306.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Which, can I ask the ST, which surah? Okay,
Sorry,
A7306.
it's,
Uh,
he's going to
after verse 11.
verse 12.
Okay, verse 12. Okay. Jazakumullah. A7306.
Yes.
Have you memorized verse 12 onwards, Surah Al-Ala?
Yes.
Okay, just to make sure, I'll show it to you. So here, from وَيَتَجَنَّبُهَا
Yes, I
الْأَشْقَى,
have.
all
I have done it. I have done it. I have 3 more verses left to finish the surah.
okay. So you
Or
have
he
done
can
up
recite
to
the whole surah until. Yeah.
okay. So you have memorized up to verse 17.
I think so.
بل
بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا.
Yeah, okay, that's right. So I'll ask you to start from a little back, so not exactly from verse 12. Can you start with Bismillah and then start from Vanu Yassiruka?
Okay.
Okay.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ونيسرك لليسرى فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى سيذكر من يخشى و ويتجنبها الأشقى الذي يصلى النار الكبرى ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا.
Yeah. قد
قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى.
Yeah. بل
بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا.
Okay, Jazakumullah. So your memorization was good. Keep going over it again and again because I can see that you know the verse, but you forget the first word, right?
Yeah.
You don't know which verse is followed on which is the next verse. So, yeah, I'll highlight a few mistakes. You started from verse 12, right?
No, I started before verse 12.
From
like you
11.
said.
Yeah, from verse 11. Okay. From 9. Yeah, from 9. Okay. I'll point out the mistakes that I picked up on. So,
I started from وَنُيَسِّرُكَ لِلْيُسْرَى.
yeah. Okay. So, I'll highlight the mistakes that I noticed. So, first of all, in verse 10, in nafa'at, because noon is mushaddad, we make double sound, but it has to be for 2 seconds at least. Okay. So not in nafa'at, in nafa'at. Okay. Then
نفعت.
yeah, and then in verse 11, because noon is followed by ya mushaddad, we have to make nasal sound. So man yakhsha,
من يخشى.
man yakhsha.
من يخشى.
Okay, keep working on that. Then in verse 13, here, this is going to be الذي يصلى النار الكبرى. On ba, we have to do qalqala. So jerking sound. Kub, kubra. And ra is going to be thick because it has fatha, right?
Right.
Vertical fatha. Okay. And then in verse 15, here, ha only has simple fatha. So it has to be 1 second long, but you prolonged it. Aflaha. That's not right, right?
Right.
Because it doesn't have vertical fatha, so it's just 1 second long. Okay?
Okay.
Jazakumullah. And keep on working. Keep repeating it again and again until it's memorized perfectly, so that you don't forget which word is next. Okay?
Okay.
Jazakumullah.
Okay,
Okay.
we can have next A7324. I'm going to open A7324.
Okay, Isa.
Assalamu
And
alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
he's going to recite Surat Al-Fatiha.
Okay. Jazakumullah. So A7324.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
Yeah. Alham.
الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين
يوم
إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
Okay, Jazakumullah. Mashallah, well done. Your memorization was really good, and your pronunciation was good as well. But your melody was really nice. I really liked it. So
Thank you.
I'm going to point out a few mistakes. Can I first ask you to recite the last verse again for me from your memory? So from Sirat al-Ladhina.
صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
Okay, Jazakumullah. So let me go to the chapter. So as I said, your pronunciation was really good. One thing that I picked on is this. This is not اهدنا الصراط. It's going to be اهدنا الصراط.
Okay.
Can you hear the difference?
Yeah.
So
اهدنا الصراط.
yeah, اهدنا sounds like it's starting with A. Eh sounds like I, right? In English. If we, so it's going to be ihdinas, almost like I sound.
Okay.
Yeah. And then can you recite this word again?
Lazina.
Okay. I couldn't hear correctly, but allazina, the hissing sound, I think you're pronouncing it, but probably technical problem. So Jazakumullah, have you also memorized Surah Al-Ala?
No.
Okay, not even a few verses?
No. I'm gonna learn.
Okay.
Because I was still learning this one.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Maybe next time.
Yeah.
Okay, Jazakumullah. Well done.
Abdullah, thank you.
Can we have the next student?
Yes, we're going to have N8306.
Okay. N8306. Assalamu
He's going to recite Surah Al-Ala.
alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. So, N8306, have you memorized Surah Al-Ala? I'll open it so that you can see. N8306. Okay, we don't have a response.
Okay, we can have N8308. Let's see if it's signatures. Yes, yes.
N8308, assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Just give me a minute.
From verse 4.
Okay, Surah Al-Ala, verse 4. Jazakumullah. N8308, have you memorized Surah Al-Ala, verse 4 onwards? Have you memorized the next verses?
Yes, maybe I think I have.
I'll show it to you here. From وَالَّذِي قَدَّرَ فَهَدَى.
Oh, yes, I have.
Okay.
I haven't finished all of it though.
Okay. Do you know how much you have memorized? Up to which verse?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you want to give it a go?
Yes.
Okay. You can start from the beginning. Sabbih isma. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي أخرج المرعى.
Okay. وَالَّذِي قَدَّرَ فَهَدَى.
Okay.
Okay.
والذي قدر فهدى.
Yeah. وَالَّذِي
والذي أخرج المرعى.
Yeah.
سنقرئك
فَجَعَلَهُ
فجعله غثاء أحوى.
Okay. Is that it?
I forgot the rest.
Okay, that's fine. Well done. Let me open this here. So you have recited up to verse 6, up
Yes.
to قُسَاءً أَحْوَى. So well done. But before you started the 6th verse, you jumped straight to verse 7, Sanuq Riyuka. So I think you have memorized some more verses, but you got confused. So if you repeat the verses again and again from the start to up to wherever you want to memorize, then you won't get confused, okay?
Okay.
So here was one of your mistakes. Ghutha, it has madde kabir, so it's going to be at least 4 seconds long. Okay? So recite slowly and give it its proper time. Give it 4 seconds. Okay?
Okay.
And similarly here, 3 seconds, because this is madde kabir, the small one, so 3 seconds long.
Okay.
And then vertical fatha 2 seconds, and then fatha 1 second. Okay? So apart from that, well done. Your pronunciation was good, and keep on working on your memorization. Jazakallah.
Okay.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
we should send some students to breakout group now, if it is
Okay.
possible.
Yeah. Okay.
Can we ask them to stand up their hands, or it's okay?
Um.
I'll give you 4 students anyway.
Yeah.
You want me to tell the IDs?
Yeah. Please.
Okay.
Jazakallah.
A7308,
Okay. 7308
A7309,
309.
N8303,
Okay.
N8305.
Okay. 303 and 305 have already been sent.
Okay. I'll
I'll
give you.
I'll send 2
I'll
students.
you want me to give 2 more?
Yeah.
Right. N8314 and
And
8316.
Okay. Jazakallah. Can we have the next student?
We can have N8310,
Okay.
N8312, and she's going to recite Surat Al-Fatiha.
Jazakallah. And 8310. And 8310. There's a lot of noise coming from behind you. So yeah, it's much better. It's much better now. You can start with A'udhu Billah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
Okay, Jazakumullah. So first of all, N8310, your memorization is really good. Just a few mistakes. So I'll point them out. First of all, in A'udhu Billah, it's not mina shway, it's mina shay. Okay? Shay. Can you try?
من الشيء.
Yeah. Jazakumullah. Now I'll go to the surah. As I mentioned to the previous students, this ha is going to be thick. Okay? So alhamdu. Can you try?
Alhamdu.
Coming from the throat. Hamdu.
Alhamdu.
Okay, better. And here I mentioned to the other student as well. Na'budu. Equal sound. Bu and du. They have equal 1 second time each. Okay? So not na'budu. Na'budu.
Na'budu.
Okay, better. And in verse 6, I'll highlight it and give me a second. Okay, can you recite this word?
Al-Mustaqim.
Jazakallah. If you can recite the entire verse.
Al-Ihdinas Sirat al-Mustaqim.
Okay, so this qaf, it's going to be thick. So, Ihdinas Sirat al-Mustaqim. Give it a try.
Ihdinas Sirat al-Mustaqim.
Okay, Jazakumullah. And lastly, this letter here, za, it's going to be thin, allazina, hissing sound. Okay? Not allazina, allazina. And this one, we have to differentiate between za and zod. So, al-ma'dubi. Can you try it?
Al-Ma'dubi.
Okay, well done. Jazakallah. Have you also memorized Surah Al-Ala?
No.
Okay, not even a few verses? The first few verses?
No.
Okay, that's fine. Maybe next time. Can we have another student?
Yes, we can have an N8305, and she is going to recite Surah Al-Fatiha. I think she's not here.
Yeah, I think she's in breakout room.
Okay.
Okay.
I think two other, I don't know if she's here, 8314 and 8314.
No, she's not.
She's not, okay. And 8303.
Okay, let's try N8314.
314. Yes, she's here.
Okay. N8314, Assalamu alaikum.
And she's going to recite Surah Al-Ala.
Okay. There's a mute problem. So we unmuted, but it got muted. N8314. Okay. Can we have another student?
Just one sec. And 8321.
Okay.
She's going to recite Surah Al-Ala.
Okay. N8321. Okay. We have. Okay. So it's good that both of you are unmuted. There are two IDs as N8321. So I'm not sure which one of you has the right ID, but one of you has wrong ID. So is that?
When I got the message, it said N8321.
Okay.
Who recites the starting dua then? Because I give this ID for the starting dua as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was me.
Okay,
Can
then.
you please raise your hand if you recited the starting prayer? Okay, Jazakallah. So N8321. N8321.
Yeah.
You're going to. Sorry, can I ask Yasti with surah she's going to recite?
Sorry, with Surah Al-Ala.
Okay. Surah Al-Ala. From the start?
Verse 5. But she
Okay.
can start. And
Yeah. Okay. N8321. Have you memorized Surah?
I only know from the beginning, but I don't know from verse 5.
Have you memorized? Do you know how much you have memorized?
Yeah, I think I know up to والذي أخرج المرأة.
Okay, that's up to verse 5. Have you memorized any further?
No.
Okay. Okay. But you have already recited up to verse 5 previously.
No, that was the other one. It wasn't me.
Okay. Just let me check quickly. Yeah, you have memorized up to verse 4 and you recited it previously. Did you not?
No, that was the other N8321.
Okay. So do you have is this your correct ID?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, you can recite from verse 1 to 5. Start with Bismillah. We'll sort the ID problem out later. Okay.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى. That's all I know.
Okay, Jazakumullah. So you have memorized well, but there were a few mistakes in the pronunciation. So I will quickly point them out. First of all, in the third verse, can you say this word? Can you recite this word for me? N8321.
Muted me.
Okay, N8321.
And you just unmuted me.
Okay, can you recite this word?
الذي خلق فسوى.
Okay, so this is allazi, hissing sound, and this is. Can you say this word as well?
خلق.
Yeah, kha. Khalaqa. I couldn't hear kha sound clearly. And here as well. I heard ahraja. But there is a dot, right? So this is kha and it will be akhraja. And this is khalaqa. Okay? So don't forget that. And yeah, I think that was it. Again here, it's not wallazi, it will be wallazi. Okay? Hissing sound and then 2 seconds long because kasra is followed by ya. So yeah, I think that's it. So jazakumullah and keep working on your memorization and memorize the next few verses as well.
Okay.
So now we are going towards the conclusion of our class. So
So did you know the student or?
it's 10:55. So now we are going to go through the homework and then recite the ending prayer. So your today's homework is Surah Al-Ghashiyah from verses 1 to 21. So we learned from verses 17 to 21 today. So that will be included in your previous verses. And also, if you haven't memorized chapter 1 or chapter 87, make sure that you memorize those as well. So memorize chapter 1 and then 87, and then start memorizing chapter 88. So now we'll have a student for the ending prayer.
Okay, we're going to have N8317.
Assalamualaikum.
N8317. Walaikum assalam rahmatullah. So I'm just waiting for the breakout room, students from the breakout room to return. Yeah, I think they have returned. Okay, so I'll just announce the homework again. Your homework is Surah Al-Ghashiyah, verses 1 to verses 21, and the previous chapters, which was chapter 1, Surah Al-Fatiha, and chapter 87, Surah Al-Ala. Okay, now we are going to recite the ending prayer. N8317.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم.
Okay, and the English translation.
O Allah, accept this effort and service from us, for you are the most hearing, the most knowing. Ameen.
Jazakallah. So with this, we are going to end our today's class. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.